So I found this dropshipper who made over $195,000 from Amazon to eBay dropshipping in the last 30 days. So what if I told you that this seller is using a simple workflow that you can implement today? That's exactly what we're breaking down in this video. No fluff, no guesswork. We're literally going to look inside their store, study their strategy, and pull out the exact moves you can copy to grow your own business. Because here's the truth. Success leaves clues, and this seller, they're leaving a whole trail behind, from things they're doing amazingly well to things we can do even better. I'll show you step by step how you can use the same research tools and sourcing methods they rely on so you can replicate their results and even outperform their performance. So if you've been stuck, struggling, or just looking for the next big jump, this might be the video that changes everything for you. All right, guys, let's dive straight in. So guys, this amazing seller we're going to analyze today is going to be Ericy23. I can tell you something, he's not the flashiest seller with the best logo, banner, or store organization. Funny enough, he actually doesn't focus on any of those things. But wait until we start analyzing his store in detail and look at his product research strategy. I'll show you all the reasons he's making the numbers he is making and how such a strategy can also work if you dedicated yourself to being consistent. Now, to be honest, like I mentioned earlier, there isn't much to analyze when it comes to his actual eBay store page. So the question is, how do we go deeper and really break down this seller's performance? For that, we are going to use Zeek's competitor research tool. And to use it properly, we need the seller's username, not the seller's store name. So I'll go right here to the About section, and you can see the seller's username, which in this case is exactly the same as the store name. Another example of something he didn't overthink at all, and he's still getting incredible results. This is a perfect reminder. You don't grow by overthinking. You grow by taking action. Action teaches you what hesitation never will. Before we go any further, I just want to point this out. This account has been registered since 2004. This means eBay has trusted this user for a very long time, even if he was only buying in the beginning and started selling more recently. Actually, let's double check that. I'll click on the feedback tab, and here we can see he received 3,148 feedback in the last 12 months and 29,590 in total. And he's not doing a bad job with them either, since he's still above 99% positive feedback. Honestly, it's not the strongest performance out there. So up to this point, everything we've seen is really just showing us things that we can actually do better when we build our own stores. Also, these numbers look a bit unusual, not something you typically see, but don't worry, I'm going to explain exactly why in just a moment. All right, guys, so the next step, like I mentioned, will be to copy his username right here and paste it on Zeek's competitor research. Ericy23 right here on the search bar, and just run a regular search. As you can see, Zeek immediately gives us the seller's full performance details in the last 30 days as all of his products. So in the last 30 days, he has his revenue, which is over $159,000. Items sold, 979. Active listings, over 49,000, and his sell-through rate is 1.99%. Successful listings, 3,003. Average price, $162.85. So guys, there's a lot to talk about here, and these numbers are not numbers we see every day. The first thing that jumps out is that he clearly is running a bulk listing strategy. Reaching 49,000 active listings is only possible when you're listing in volume, which also explains why his sell-through rate is so low. That's totally normal for this type of model, but here's the part that really matters. His average product price is $162.85. That alone explains how he's pulling in such a massive revenue with only 979 sales. What he's doing is a simple but super effective way. He uses the product research tools that are based on the AI and automation to find high-ticket items. Then he pushes them to his store with a lister that uploads everything automatically. The entire process is streamlined, and honestly, his results are incredible. Most sellers would never go for this strategy because of fear. You have fear of returns, fear of item not received cases, fear of losing money on expensive items, and so on. But here's the truth. Once you get comfortable selling on eBay, you realize it's all the same thing. A return is a return. A case is a case. The only difference is that with high ticket items, every sale gives you a bigger profit. You might not get the same volume of sales as a low ticket store, but every single sale puts a lot more money in your pocket. For many sellers, it ends up being a smarter and more scalable business model. And in his case, he's pulling around 30 sales a day, which is incredible for a high ticket operation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the 49,305 products this dropshipper currently has in his store. You might think this is a lot, but because of the high average product price this store is selling, it actually makes a lot of sense. Later in this video, you'll see that this seller is working with an average of 8% profit margin. So more or less, his monthly profit will be 8% of $159,427 in revenue, which equals roughly around $12,754 of profit after eBay fees. Now, let's understand how much he pays to run an operation with 49,000 listings. Here we have the eBay store subscription plan. If this dropshipper used the highest plan called Enterprise, it would allow him to add 100,000 listings for $2,999 a month. But what I think is really happening is that this dropshipper has the Anchor subscription, which costs $299 a month and includes 25,000 listings. For each additional listing above the 25,000, he pays an extra 5 cents. So, with simple calculation, 24,305 additional listings times 5 cents equals $1,215.25. Add the $299.95 from the original plan, and that means this seller pays around $1,515.20 every month for his store subscription. Now, if we deduct this subscription cost from the overall estimated store profit, $12,754 of profit after eBay fees minus the $1,515.20 subscription cost equals approximately $11,238.80, which is the estimated monthly profit. So I hope now we've cleared up this question and show you the reason behind adding such a large number of products to a well-established eBay dropshipping store. All right, now that we have analyzed his stats, let's take a look at his products and the profit he's running on. In this case, since I don't want to look for products randomly, I'm going to filter my search and tell Zeke that I want only products that have sold at least one time in the last 30 days. Why? Well, since he mainly lists high ticket items, they are already expected to sell less. One time a month is good enough for more expensive items. Awesome. We already have our products all filtered out. Now I'll simply pick a random product, like this one, for example, the vinyl strip curtain roll. To check the profit he's making here, I simply have to go right here to the right side and on this box with the Amazon logo and the check mark, which means that Zeke already found an exact match for the item. As soon as you click it, Zeke will provide you with the supplier's exact match on Amazon in this case. And it will completely break down your profit. So in this example, I can see that he's not working with so much profit margin, but he is definitely working with some great profit. With this product, he has around a 5% profit margin, which equals to around $8 of profit per sale. It doesn't seem like much, but you just sell a bunch of products like in a day and you end up with a good sum. Now, let me show you another one. I'll go with this one right here. Now I'm going to repeat the whole process again. He is selling the product for $112, and Zeke says that it found the same exact match on Amazon for just $79.99, leaving us with a profit margin of 10.32%. Higher than the other example, which equals to $11.56 of profit per sale. So guys, I don't know about you, but I love these numbers. Like I said before, it's not the most usual selling strategy out there, but it's definitely efficient. He simply has a bunch of great high-ticket products, which leaves him with less competitors, more profit per sale, and less sales, which also means less customer service. Of course, I'm not sure if he is using it, but he can also probably be using some type of cash back, like Amazon's credit card, for example, that gives 3 to 5% cash back on each purchase, or another card that provides points or cash back. That's something really cool to look into, especially if you deal with high ticket items. Your cash back will also be greater and enhance your product's profitability. Not only that, there are actually special credit cards that get points to travel and other fun stuff. So whatever you can find a great way for some extra profit, go for it. If those profit numbers got you hyped, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now let's jump into the most important part, how we beat this dropshipper's lazy listings. All right, guys, so we just confirmed that Ericy23 is absolutely printing money with these products, giving us a great look at his overall store setup. Now we're moving into the part where we outperform him. We are going to see how we can take his strategy and make it way better on our side. Now, forget the store banners and logos for a second. The most important thing that jumps out at me is his listing optimization. Let's check out that last product listing we looked at. Now, if you open it up on eBay, you'll notice something huge. He's barely optimizing anything. The product title, the description, the images. It's all just basic copied information straight from Amazon. This tells us he's focused purely on volume. He just wants to get that X number of products listed automatically without losing any time on optimization or the small details. But here's the killer advantage for us. eBay always rewards sellers who take the time to optimize their listings properly. If we want to take his winning products, use the same core strategy, but then turbocharge our titles, descriptions, and images, we have a massive chance of outranking him and stealing those sales by showing higher in the search results. Let's talk about title optimization first. The best part, it's never been easier or faster to do this using keywords that are backed up by real data. For that, we only need to use Zeke Analytics Title Builder tool on the left side menu right here. In this search bar right here, I'll write the main keyword that defines my product. In this case, it's vinyl strip curtain. Zeke instantly gives me a list of high-performing keywords, both long tail and generic, that are related to this product. Next, I grab the current eBay title, paste it into Zeke's auto title builder, and start optimization. Vinyl strip curtain roll PVC replacement strip door clear, plastic strips free. Here's the deal. eBay titles are capped at 80 characters. If you see those 3 dots on the dropshipper's title, it means they copied it straight from the supplier like Amazon, where titles are much longer. It gets cut off on eBay, and that missed space is a massive missed opportunity for keywords. Let's then try to make this title better. First, I'm cleaning up the original title. I'll delete any repeated words like strip or shortened words like free to instantly free up space. Now we hit the keyword list and find better ones. I'll swap the word for freezer because it fits the product perfectly since its purpose is mainly for that. Then I'll finish filing the title, and to still make it make sense, I'll just drop in for before freezer, since I have no other word that fits from the list. In the end, the title should look something like this: vinyl strip, curtain roll, PVC replacement door, clear plastic strips for freezer. Look, this is super fast and effective. You don't need to change much because the original title, flawed as it is already proving it can make sales. We're just giving it a quick keyword turbo boost. Just a quick heads up, I'm flying through this because we have a lot to cover. If you want a deeper full breakdown on using Zeek Analytics tools, I've got you. Check out this separate YouTube video. Now let's check out the product description. Here is another point I really wanted to mention. Since he is automating the whole process, when I review his product description, I can see that he is definitely using an automation tool template for his listings. Surely he chose one and just kept listing with that one, and he just kept doing it the whole time automatically. He's simply copying the description straight from Amazon. Now, if you want to take it one step further and really crush the competition, here's a super quick tip. Just use Gemini to massively improve this description in seconds. Seriously, it's that easy. Here's a simple prompt you can copy and use anytime to enhance your listings. Act as an eBay dropshipping expert. Improve this product description to make it more optimized for search and more appealing to buyers while staying within eBay's guidelines. Keep it clear and professional. Here is the original. And then go ahead and copy the original description and paste it in here, whether that be description or title. And that's it. Drop that into Gemini and you'll instantly get a polished competitive version ready to help you grab more clicks and conversions. All right, guys, we've reached the point where we're going to do product research that will help us find the same type of products as the competitor we're reviewing today. And we're going to leverage AI with Zeek Analytics Autopilot for this job. This is the tool that truly does the heavy lifting. But before we move on any further, I just want to say something. Let's quickly go here to my product on the left side menu on Zeek and click right here on Create Folder. I'm doing this to keep my job organized at the end of the day, and you will see exactly why it's so useful. Now, Autopilot is useful for everyone. It saves bulk listers hours of manual research time, and it helps beginners easily find high-ticket, high-profit products to get those first sales. Here's how easy it is. First, I go to the tool and click on Start New Scan. A pop-up appears and all I do is set my criteria. And I will name the scan high ticket test, select Amazon as a supplier, and exclude the categories I don't want, like devices and software. Then I focus on quality and profit. For the supplier, leave it open as well and pay attention to creating new business policies if needed. Quality, let's go minimum 4-star rating. Competition, leave it open. Price minimum of $90 because like the competitor we are reviewing today, we want to get only high ticket products with good sales on eBay. Performance, minimum 1 sale in the last 30 days. Finally, I set the product count to 100 for this example. Click Create Scan and that's it. Within seconds, Zeek generates the perfect list of products that meet my exact criteria. Look how fast it was. Hours of manual work done in a flash. This is why Autopilot is a must-have for scaling. It completely automates product research, giving you a steady flow of profitable items for bulk uploading, just like Eriki23. Here, Zeke has already very quickly found all of the products we asked for. Now, as a true bulk listing strategy, the only thing you have to do here is to select the products you want and upload them to your lister or automation tool. That's again where Zeke comes in. Zeke allows you to upload all products you found at once, or you can also choose only the ones you want and click on Select Upload. You'll then be prompted with this small pop-up, which you should then also select to exclude restricted words and exclude Vero brands. These tools are the best out there for you to be able to find as many products as you want automatically and focus on the bulk listing strategy, all completely data-driven. All right, we have already checked how the Autopilot works to provide you with infinite products with the exact metrics you need. Next, we'll use another Zeke's AI tool called the bulk scanner. To use this, just come to the right on the seller's page on Zeke and click Scan All Items. Once the scan is complete, click View Scanned Items. Now, let me show you another game changer tool to get the best products from the dropshipper we are reviewing in this video. For this, we will use the bulk scanner. You can then select the seller and add to multi-scanner, setting up your filters as needed. Zeke automatically scans the seller's sold items and finds the exact or similar source for each one, which is way faster than checking manually. In this case, I'm not going to go much deeper than this when it comes to the multi-scanner because it's a much more useful tool when you scan multiple sellers at once. Also, because I want to focus more on the next phase that, in my opinion, that's exactly where the real gems are. Uncovering gems with not found items. Now, this is where the action is, where the real golden opportunities are hiding. While you're on the bulk scanner, click the seller's name right here. This brings up their metrics with products sorted into 3 helpful categories. You have exact matched items. Now, these are all of the items that Zeke has found an exact match for, just like the ones we saw in the examples before. Then you have the similar items. Now here, Zeke suggests similar or even improved products, and this is awesome for finding fresh items to list that gain high exposure from eBay's algorithm by bringing something new to the market. And then you have the not found items. Now, these are the ones we want. Why? Because if an item is not found and we know the seller is drop shipping it, it likely means they found a product that not even Zeke has in their database yet. It's basically flying under the radar. So I'll click on not found items and set the filter to only show products with at least one sale in the last 30 days. Just like before, let's hit apply filters and see what pops up. Right away, I can see this product right here. It's priced at $231.13, and it has sold 3 times in the last 30 days. This is actually really amazing. Now, for me to find this exact product or extremely similar, I simply have to copy the title from eBay and then open Amazon and paste it in the search bar and run a search. Look, the product is right here, and it's selling for $179.94. leaving us with a profit per sale of around $20. Like I mentioned, it's not a lot for such an expensive item, but as you scale over time, it's also normal that your profit margin decreases because when you're scaling, the main thing you should focus on is listing as much as you can and make a plan to get more profit your way. It seems that we have found a great solution right here. Now, let me show you another product example. Let's say this one right here. It's selling for $130.07, and it already has sold 5 times on eBay since listed. And now to find the source of this product, again, open Amazon and paste the eBay's title on the search bar and run a search. Right away, the same exact product is right on top, selling for just $99, which leaves us with a profit per sale of $12. The cool thing here is that when you get all the products you want, you just have to come to your Amazon products link and copy the ASIN and paste it right here. Then just click on the right side right here, and then it will upload all of the products to the folder we created before. So I told you it was going to come in handy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this seller is really something else. And it was a surprise for me to have someone adopt this type of selling strategy and still make loads of money with this one store alone. All right, guys, let's wrap up. What's the main lesson from Eric23? Action beats perfection. Period. He's winning because he's committed to a high ticket bulk strategy and executed it daily. But here's your competitive edge. We now have his full blueprint and we know his weaknesses. You saw how Zeek Analytics finds his winning products automatically with autopilot and the bulk scanner, and how Gemini makes your listings instantly superior. We don't just copy him. We outrank and outperform him by applying smart optimization and his proven sales. You've seen the $12,754 a month potential and the exact steps. The strategy is validate, the tools are ready. The only thing left is to hit that start listing button, stop waiting, start executing, and go blow up your business. Thanks for watching. Keep moving forward, and I will see you next time.